Hi and welcome to another micro message. Today we're going to continue with the series Acts of Mercy. This is based in chapter 6 of the book of Matthew, and we already have gone through verses 1 to 6. Today we're going to read 7 and 8 and listen to what Jesus is teaching his disciples in regard to the topic of prayer. When you pray, don't babble on and on as the Gentiles do. They think the prayers are answered merely by repeating the words again and again. Don't be like them, for your Father knows exactly what you need even before you ask Him. Now, the first thing that we need to put our eyes on is that now Jesus is not talking to the same group of people, or He's not making reference of the same group of people that He make reference in the other verses, which He called them hypocrites and don't be like them. Now, in here He's presenting a particular type of people, which is the Gentiles. And those are the non-Jewish, which it pretty much leads us to know that he was making reference when he spoke about the hypocrites. When they do charity and pray in front of others, it was the Jewish people. And he was attacking pretty much that concept of being more aware and concerned of what other people think than actually what God really believes and sees. And that is the attack with the Jewish. Now with the Gentiles, he's not attacking that concept of being religious and just trying to show off. But here he's actually attacking the fact that there's ignorance for the Gentiles. They didn't know God. They maybe had a concept that God was this abstract individual or power or energy that they just have to maybe pray for long terms. That's why it says don't babble. And the word babble, that's what it is. It's praying for long times without any substance. And when we talk about substance, it's that it's a person who is praying for long time, but they're not really saying anything. There's nothing to it. And God is saying, I don't want that. I want to know you. I want you to speak really what is in your heart. It's not just about a ritual that you do, but it's actually a relationship that you need to have. And then he goes even further to that. And he says, they think the prayers are answered merely by repeating their words again and again. So imagine, it's not just a long conversation that is being given, that is just going nowhere. But now Jesus is saying they repeat the same thing over and over. This is just like a cycle, just saying the same thing over and over. Now, have you ever had a relationship with someone that's pretty much what they do? They talk and there's no meaning into the conversation. It doesn't go anywhere. And not only that, you hear the same story over and over, and they're saying the same thing. And every time you see this person, you're like, oh, here we go again. You know what is in your mind? In my mind would be, I'm wasting my time. What is the meaning of this? And that's exactly what God is saying in there. Don't do that. There's no meaning to it. And then he moved to explain the problem. In verse 8 he says, don't be like them, for your Father knows exactly what you need even before you ask Him. Now, with the religious people, the problem was that they didn't understand that God was present everywhere. He can see exactly what they were doing and what was their true intentions. But in here is that they didn't know that God knows everything. You see, when we understand that God is the God who sees it all and He's everywhere, that's called omnipresence. But here, the God that knows everything is the God that is called omnisapient, which means He knows it all. He knows your past, He knows your present, He knows your future. And like it says here, before you ask, He knows. So when you come before God, I want you to be aware of this and understand that God knows exactly what we're going to be praying. We need to just be direct. We're not fooling anyone. He knows exactly what is in our heart and what we're even starting to pray for. So I'm going to invite you today to come close to God and take the time today to pray. And don't do it like a long prayer, but actually just go to a point, telling exactly what is in your heart. Be as open, as sincere as you can be. May the Lord bless you. It will be until the next time.